Hey friends, just thinking a little bit on everything like I always do, and I'm going to do some out loud thinking, so I don't know that I'm going to post this. I'm going to try to express some thoughts, and I may share them. You know, um, I do think that sometimes in the way that I express things, it may seem that I'm jabbing at someone in particular. Um, I say that because I get comments where it appears to me that the response is like it's being taken. Something I said was taken. I don't know exactly how the person took it, but I want to say, try to say on record why I speak sometimes with the edge that I do, where I will imply that a lot of accepted um, standard ways of thinking and doing things um, I don't agree with. Maybe sometimes it seems that I belittle them. Really, what I'm doing is an old, I'm just going to be real honest, it's an old defense mechanism because of something that I continue to deal with in my own life, which is I really do, I do try to put my best foot forward. I try to understand the world best as I can. But ever since I was a little boy, and even to this day, I still have encounters in the world, situations, and in people where I encounter people looking at me or responding to me like I'm either some sort of retard or like I'm missing something, or the feeling is that I'm being misperceived, and the it's given me a feeling of really having to go deep inside to say I'm just fine the way I am, damn it. I do know that I'm not like a lot of other people. I just know that. I mean, it's like I'm not thinking what they're thinking. I'm not accepting what they're accepting. A lot of things that the world likes and does looks like madness to me. And so when I encounter these experiences where I'm being given a message either directly or indirectly from that person or the world that I don't measure up, or somehow something is defective with me, well, that's where that's coming from. If at any time, I won't, and I do think some of you, I think I'm at least correct, at least about a couple folks thinking that things I'm saying, you're taking them, it's bothering you when it's not meant to bother you. It's me trying to explain and establish how I'm able to continue to exist and survive in this world. Um, because I don't, I do uh, identify with being an outsider. I do identify with being, you know, maybe an anomaly, but I say that when in fact I'm actually thinking I'm not. I'm just really being bluntly, as coldly and bluntly honestly confronting what I see in life all the time about what's coming in and what's going out. This is the only way I know how to go about it. You know, and then I'll say things that will seem, I know it will seem pretentious, but I'm thinking it and it seems like there's a grain of truth in it, what I'm thinking, so I'll go ahead and say it. So, for example, there's a guy that is historically, by many people, regarded highly, and then others who think nothing of him. And one of those people I'm thinking of is Jack Kerouac, who was a great writer, but he was racked with self-doubt and inner torment. And my understanding is that he was not so much like me. He was more hyper, but he would just be himself so blatantly that it was, I guess, at times, I guess it could seem like he was like a bohunk, kind of a, a doofus. And yet he did something that really helped a lot of people. Am I comparing myself to Jack Kerouac? No, but I'm saying I see a parallel when I look at aspects of what is happening in my life. I know that I attempt to be a decent person. I am aware that things that I've done and said and continue to do are helpful to people. And I'm also aware that it seems that I just, like anyone else, I'm continually dealing with what I perceive as people trying to knock me off my horse. And I'm trying to be real about it. It's like, and I'm trying to, so that's why I say what I say. I know that this is a very odd thing to be doing, to be talking so personal in such a public manner. But I know I'm not mistaken in saying to myself there is a value in me doing this. That it's helpful to me, but I know that this is probably going to be helpful to someone. And it's also me attempting to do something that is probably impossible or improbable, but I keep trying, and that is to speak as clearly as possible so that I can be understood as much as possible, which again I know is asking for the impossible, but it seems that if I just can keep doing it, just keep trying to express myself, in a way that is clearer and clearer. And I just, again, want to say that sometimes maybe people don't mean ill will to me, but it feels like it. I'll just be saying to myself, am I asking for this? And I guess in a way, through what I just explained, I'm saying that if it seems I'm asking for it, that's what is actually going on. I just encountered this recently, down at the Bemis Art Gallery. It's like, I don't know what I was doing, but that's really expensive stuff there, and it's like just the way it was said to me. It was like, what is it about your perception of me that makes me think you speak to me like I'm some kind of doofus, With that in mind, I will address this because it is on my mind, because again, you folks, you don't really know me, but I'm not a one-trick pony. I can play and have played most anything. I've played classical music. I've played blues. I've played jazz. I've played country. I've played bluegrass. I've attempted to learn Yiddish music. I learned from Rastafarians how to play reggae bass, which is not the same as American bass. I am not a one-trick pony. And I think that as I continue to move towards this part of my identity, which I've always wanted to, which is just saying, well, as much as I am a fan, I am one who does. I do make music. I do have to, I'm seeing where it's necessary to take a stance and stand there strongly, and say, I have worth the way I do it, just the way I do it. Like I said, I just recently watched Philip Glass, and some people don't get his music, think he's an idiot. And he deals with it. And he said, I had the balls to make music so radical that some people think I'm an idiot and still think I am. And that just said a lot to me, and I'm not a Philip Glass, but I need to stand firm on, that what I do is what I do, and I'm the real thing.